Welcome back. This sunshine is incredible. What an amazing early February day, and it's just apricity. I love that word. Out making the most of it. Sun's shining. The dogs even come out, so it must have warmed up a little bit. And I am going to take this opportunity to finish off this polytunnel idea that I've come up with, which will enable me to be able to put stuff in the ground a little bit earlier and hopefully grow stuff a little bit later on in the season as well. Let's get on with it. Make hay while the sun shines. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drill some holes in the top of these so I can then attach a piece of wood underneath to stop the wobbling, and then I'm going to put some screws in the side so these don't pop out anymore. I've already cut this to the right size. These are bits of wood that again I found in the garden and I've ripped down to the right size. And I'm literally just going to pop these under here and screw into the top here. Just going to go along now and put the rest in. So that's much sturdier, feels really solid. Right, now I'm just going to put the cover over. This is just a clear tarpaulin, ordered off of Amazon. And hopefully I've ordered the right size and it'll be able to just lie over the top with the ripped down pieces of wood will attach to the side. Right, that'll be brilliant. We're just going to attach it on so it doesn't fly about. I've already put some tacks down the other side, so I'm going to do the same down this side, which then makes it easier to finish it off with the strips down the side. And then we'll be able to sort out the ends and make them all neat and tidy as well. So just pull this nice and tight. Oh. Just finish off the end. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pleat it up, make it look all neat and tidy, and then tack it like I did round the sides. So and then just put a little tack in there. And work my way along until it's all nice and neat. So now all we need to do is just measure along the sides and the length, cut them down to size, and then do the fun bit of putting them on as well. Just fixing this, and then that's right. Job done. All that's left now is to just run a Stanley blade around the edge of this to cut off the excess and make it look all neat and tidy. That's all finished. As I said before, this has all come from the garden. This has cost me nothing but this sheet of tarpaulin. So I think that's a really, really beneficial addition and a good start to our new garden makeover. This is definitely going to mean that I can use this and plant things a lot sooner than I would do just straight into the ground. This is going to heat this soil up, an absolute treat. So yeah, stick around to see what we put in here. Well, I think I've earned a cup of tea. I'm really pleased with the outcome of the beds. I'm going to maybe start my peas off in that one, but the smaller one I'm going to have as a herb bed with rosemary, thyme, chives, oregano, that kind of thing. So I'm going to sit and enjoy the sun, but on a less delightful day, in the gaps in the rain, I tried to sort out my compost pile. This part of the garden is very much a dumping ground. My compost is here, and I have to confess I have spent years trying to do compost. Not like desperately trying, but I've always tried to compost the kitchen waste and garden waste and stuff like that, and I've never really had that much success. This is the pile that I've been putting stuff in. I think there's probably too much green and not enough carbon waste in it. What I'm going to do is I'm clearing a space in this one, which is pretty much empty. I'm going to shovel everything from that side to this side and add a bit of straw and maybe some cardboard if I can find bits, just to try and up the carbon content of it, wait for it to do its thing, and then start again that side afresh and try and be a bit more selective and careful as to what goes in that and how it goes in it. That's the plan, but I didn't quite take into account the absolute tip that was behind here. So I'm having to make some space before I can deal with the compost. Right, well, that's some space cleared. So I will now go and grab the shovel and move that from there to here while there's a break in the rain. This is obviously stuff that's only just been put in there, but see what I mean? There's lots of egg shells, and so I'm going to put some of this in, then I'm going to put some straw over it and then put more in, because that looks way too wet to me. idea of this is just to add a bit of airflow and carbon, which, if I've done my research correctly, will help the situation. Oh, this is really wet. And quite smelly, which is probably not a good thing either, is it? I think I'm definitely doing the right thing. It does seem to be breaking down a bit, but it needs a bit of extra help. Oh, look. Loads of little worms and bits of different shapes and sizes. So that's got to be good too. I'm quietly optimistic that actually this is going to be savable. If it's not, then at least I've got a new bed that I'm going to be able to start with, so, and hopefully not make the same mistakes twice. Right, there's a few bits of my favourite garden weed, bindweed. It's everywhere in this garden, as are my very enviable, humongous brambles that come in from next door or wherever else. So I'm just getting these bits out because as soon as you turn the soil at all, I'm going to find more of this, but I'm going to get as much as I can out and then burn this before adding it back to the compost pile, because we want as little of this stuff in as possible. Right, I'll put that there for now. Just finish this off. Just going to level it off a bit. Like I say, there's some more. Right, I have researched what's best, whether to cover it up, not cover it up, what to cover it up with. Because this is so wet, I'm going to cover it up, and rather than use something that's not breathable like a tarpaulin, I've got this handy cardboard, so I'm just going to lie this over the top, which will also then obviously decompose and aid with the carbon. So that will go on like that. That one on there. Look, it was made for it. Right, and I'm just going to leave that hopefully to do its thing, and then in a few months' time hopefully we'll be able to use it around the garden and save us some money. I think today might be my lucky day. Just went over to Waitrose to get some bits for dinner, and they are getting rid of some plants, and I ended up with mother-in-law's tongue and a spring bulb collection which has got some hyacinths and daffodils in, and they were just giving them away. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you can join me again next week back in the garden.